annoying pests and how to control them. In gardening, you are bound to meet some of these annoying critters. They can do a lot of damage if they are not dealt with, and they can spread really fast. Out there are many different pests. So today, let me share with you 5 common garden pests that you need to know to how to look for them, how to identify them, and how to deal with them. The first one is mealybugs. They are small sucking insects that produce lots of white cotton-like substance around them. They are usually found on the undersides of the leaf, or they are found under near the joints of the leaves or other soft parts of the plants. And they often appear in clusters, disgusting clusters, and they can be really hard to eradicate. So the best way to control them is to spray contact pesticide, meaning the pesticide has to be in contact with the pest in order to kill them, right? Like neem oil or white summer oil. And you need to spray covering the entire plant, and most importantly, covering the mealybugs. And you can only stop if you don't see them for 2 weeks, meaning their eggs are also being destroyed. The next one is scales. Scale insects. Very similar like mealybugs, they are sucking insects usually found on joints and underside of the leaves. They don't actually look like insects, right? Because they once they attach to the plant, they don't move at all, right? They form this outer armor, this hard shell over them, and they can appear in clusters, which makes the infested plants look very scaly. So there are a few ways to eradicate and control them. But if you spot them early, in the early stages, like if you see a few of them, you can actually scrape them off with a shovel or scrape them off with the back of your gardening shears. So make sure that you scrape every one you found. So you need to check your plant very thoroughly and make sure that you actually remove every single one of them. Another way is dabbing with cotton swabs, soap with alcohol, which can kill them too. Or you can use contact pesticides like neem oil. It works for mealybugs, it works for scales too. So for more serious infestation, you may have to prune away the heavily infested leaves and branches. You may also consider other stronger botanical pesticide or insecticidal soap as a last resort. Another super annoying pest are these spider mites. Right? I really hate them because they are very, very hard to eradicate. They are very small and they appear like small red dots or black dots on the underside of the leaves. And they also form these small webs around the joints of the leaves, which make them very easy to identify. But usually at that stage, it is very, very hard to get rid of them. So spider mites are very small sucking pests, and infected leaves usually have these many yellow spots on the leaves, right? It gives the leaves a very sandy appearance. So to eradicate or to control spider mites, it is going to take a lot of work. Right? You have to prune away those that are very heavily infested and use organic oils. Right? Same like contact pesticide, use neem oil for a week to disrupt their life cycle, right? To destroy their eggs, their larvae. And then you must use various pesticides to control them. So for non-edible plants like your flowering plants, not vegetables, you can use systemic pesticides to deal with these spider mites. Another common type of pests are the white flies. They are flying insects that looks like fruit flies but in white color. So they are very easy to spot when you disturb the leaf. When you shake the leaves, they fly out in clouds. They are usually found on fruiting plants like citrus, tomatoes, but they can also spread and infect other kinds of plants. So to effectively control white flies, right, you can use yellow flypaper, as white flies are very attracted to yellow color. So this is more effective if you use together with pesticides, so that you deal with the larvae and the eggs too. So I usually use Malathion. Malathion works best for me when it comes to white flies. Again, neem oil or other organic oil can also help to disrupt their life cycle. Right? You need to spray on the larvae, you need to spray on the white fly. If the infestation is very severe, they can be very hard to eradicate because they are all flying insects and they can spread very fast, right, to other kind of plants. So at times, sometimes disposing the plant seems to be a better option. And now pest number 5, aphids. Aphids are small, soft-bodied insects that may be green, yellow, brown, or red in color. They are sucking insects, usually in big clusters, usually found on the soft stems and leaves. So to effectively deal with them, you need to first prune away those very heavily infested leaves and stems. Because they tend to feed on the younger leaves, right? So you may have to trim away all the growth points. So for less severe cases, you can actually wipe away the aphids, right, with a mild solution of soap water, right? That will do. For other cases, you may want to use organic pesticides to spray on the leaves or on other parts. Malathions work for me too, or other systemic pesticides can also be used on non-edible plants. So these are the 5 very common pests that you will encounter in gardening. There is no way to avoid them, right? Because they are part of gardening. And there are a lot more other kind of pests that you will encounter sooner or later, right? So the knowledge about pest control, the knowledge about how to identify different kind of pests, and the use of various pesticides will be very helpful in your gardening journey. So with so many pesticides out there in the market, it can be really confusing, right? You may not know when to use what pesticide, how to use it properly, which are the ones that are more effective. To help you out, I have consolidated a list of effective pesticides that you can buy on Amazon. These are the few useful ones that I have personally been using and getting good results. So click on the links below to look at the different kinds of pesticides for different kind of pests. And of course, enjoy gardening, and I will see you soon in my next video.